Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is an interactive reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. The question that I asked the tarot was, if you're here, was how can you improve your relationship with your husband? How to have a better relationship with your husband or boyfriend? I use the pictorial key as the main representing the cards of the main challenge, and then for the advice I use two cards from Mystical Wisdom card deck. Now you pick A or B, okay? A or B, and the question is, how can you improve your relationship with your spouse or boyfriend? So if you picked option option A, the card that came out for you representing the challenge, you got the Ace of Wands. So I'm thinking maybe the challenge is of sexual nature. I'm sorry to tell you. Maybe you want like more closeness in that regard, and maybe your spouse, your boyfriend is not available, or it's the other way around. Maybe your husband or boyfriend wants to be closer to you in that department, in that area, sexually, and you're not available. This could be, or you don't want to, or you think he's like obsessed with that part of the relationship, and maybe he shouldn't give that much importance to that part of the relationship. Another way of reading this card, it might have to do with being impulsive. Maybe the difficulty in the relationship with your husband or boyfriend is that either he's too impulsive, or you think he's not impulsive enough, or you think that he's not passionate enough, that it doesn't surprise you, with new things, and going out to a restaurant, or surprising you with a trip, or with tickets for something, or maybe he's just doing things like out of the blue, and you can never rely on him, and because you don't know where he's going to be or how he's going to behave. Maybe he's too impulsive, So several ways of reading this card. This is the main challenge. And now the advice, it's two cards. Epiphany, seek clarity, and Battle of the Blues, take steps towards positive change. So these are the two cards that came out as the advice. Now it's interesting that Epiphany, seek clarity, came out, because this could also be like, it's more like the Ace of Swords is more like an Epiphany card, but this could also relate some sort of action that your husband or spouse took, or your boyfriend took, that served this action that he took, which was like kind of sudden, that was some sort of revelation of him towards you. Meaning, like, because of this action, now you had like a flash of, let's call it enlightenment, or a sudden realization about who he is, about what he truly is, or about what the relationship truly is. There's some sort of clarity, there's some sort of epiphany that you have. And maybe you're like denying that sudden realization that you had about either your spouse and his needs, for instance, or your boyfriend and his needs, or the state of relationship itself. Whatever epiphany that you have that might help you improve the relationship, you should not ignore it. And then the other card is Battle of the Blues, take steps toward positive change. So I'm going to read from the little book. So it could be that this sudden realization left you feel inadequate, because maybe he has needs that you don't know how to fulfill. It could be that as well. But you feel a bit, sad, inadequate. You have like negative thoughts, and you don't know what to do. You feel like you cannot move. But the advice is take small steps and keep moving every day towards positive change and self-empowerment. So you could exercise, you could study, You could socialize with like-minded people. You can listen to music. You can talk about your feelings with a trusted family and friends, or even with him. You know, you can gather your courage and rise to meet your challenges. So it's small steps that you should take every day to make positive changes. After you have this epiphany, this clarity, connected with his needs, connected with his physical needs, not exactly that, but also some sort of action that he might have taken, which really makes you understand what you should do to improve this relationship. So you have clarity, which there's sudden clarity, and you might be a bit sad about what you learn, what you intuit with this sudden realization. But if you try to improve, like every day, I would say things would get better. Okay. So this is option A. Option B, what can you do to improve the relationship with your husband or your spouse? Option B. So the card that came out is, one would say, the main challenge is the major arcana card. It's the Hangman card. So the challenges or the difficulties, maybe you think you are stuck in this relationship, or things are very slow, things don't move, things don't advance. Maybe you've been with him for a very long time and he doesn't, propose to you or something like that, or he doesn't want to get married, or you are married and things at the same time don't seem to be advancing. Things seem to be stuck. There's also some sort of sacrifice. So the challenge might also have to do with a sacrifice that you have to do to make this relationship keep on going, or keeping it work. So you feel stuck in a limbo. This could be also some sort of health matters. So you have to sacrifice yourself, maybe because your spouse is ill, or maybe because your boyfriend is ill, or maybe I don't know. I'm going to give an example. Maybe he's finishing up college and you need to sacrifice yourself in order to serve his needs, which would be to let him finish up college. I had a teacher like that long time ago when I was a kid, and she worked while her husband was finishing up studying to be a doctor. So she supported him while he was finishing up his doctor studies. So it could be something like that also, So you like making a sacrifice towards the relationship, towards your spouse or your boyfriend, and you might be feeling stuck, just feeling a bit sick of it. What is the advice? The cards that came out for you was letting go, learn to let go, which kind of it's also the same message connected with the Hangman. Just accept whatever is happening. And then resilience, rise above tribulations. So don't try to control whatever is happening. Just learn to let go. There's like a period of time where you feel stuck in this relationship. Maybe your boyfriend doesn't want to go the next step, whatever the next step is. Maybe he doesn't want to move in with you, or maybe he's married to you but he doesn't want to have children with you, or maybe he has to finish up some sort of schooling before you advance to the next stage, or maybe he's ill, you have to take care of him. There's something like that. You feel stuck. Don't control things, don't try to control it. Learn to let go, and at the same time understand that while rising above tribulations, because there's some sort of tribulations with your relationship, with your relationship, doesn't matter if you're married or if you're living together or you're just boyfriends. These tribulations will serve for you to have resilience. So this resilience will be very good for you in the future. You are building resilience connected with not just personal, not just romantic relationship, but personal relationships of any type. So this is good. You might not see it as good, but you're learning how to let go and you're building resilience. Okay, this is character building, I would say. So that's it. That's the reading that I have for you. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.